I am not great at taking a brief. Okay, like I've become better, but I was always like, okay, cool. So you want pink, orange, and green with this candy and that flower and everything, and I'm like, okay, cool. So that's exactly what you want. You draw it for me. You tell me what you want, and then so I had this client that exactly to a T, like what sweeties she wants on her cake. And when it came to the day where we actually had to put this cake together, I was like, oh, hell no, girl, you're not getting that cake.
Perfect to run a business.
I changed the whole brief. And then we had it dropped off. Shame, the lady was quite nice, but she was like, it's beautiful, but it's not what I asked for. Because honestly, I was like, I know better. I truly believe that I knew better and I knew what she needed. So that was like an example of like, I'm going to creatively express myself. But it was just not the right time. And I learned from that. I was just like, okay, cool. This lady was not happy. Yes, I thought it looked beautiful. I got a really nice photo. I got amazing content around this cake. But again, it was not what the client wanted. So yes, I'm working for myself. I have a level of freedom of expression, but I still have to fulfill briefs. There are so many times where we receive briefs where we're like, oh, okay, no, it's not our style. And then we'll try and like change it, or we'll turn them away. And sometimes we just like, fuck it, we're going to do it. Because like work is work as well. And then there's just like a level of just closing your eyes and just doing it, you know. I do think that I've had to find the creative expression in other ways in my business, you know, small ways, from like coming up with promotions around specific occasions like Easter and like Father's Day and Mother's Day. Like there's room to creatively express, whether it's through systems that we put into place in the kitchen, because that's also creative, you know, like numbers are creative as well. Like people have their different things that they would see as their creative expression. And like I went from a design perspective when it comes to doing mailers and doing any like digital flyers and swipe up content on our social stories and stuff. I like that is all an opportunity for me to creatively express myself, because I'm setting the rules. I don't have anybody that's telling me, no, you can't use that shade of pink with that font on that background. You know, like if I want to make my logo red, I will make my logo red on a pink background, you know. If my CI, it's not in my CI, but I will do it because I can. But I won't make Thani's cake the way that I wanted it, because I've learned she's a paying customer and I need to kind of honor the brief. So yeah, it's finding creative expression in other ways. It changes. Like sometimes you have to do what you're told, supposedly, and other times you can just, you know, one day I'll feel creative to redesign packaging or labeling or whatever. And other days I don't actually want to do it and I can outsource it or whatever. It's just like you have more freedom to do what you want to do, but in the same breath, I also don't do as much of why I started the business, you know? Because once you start a business, you need to wear all the hats. You need to be everything for your business. So creative expression, it's kind of like, I've found it is going in a little bit of a like bell graph kind of situation for me. I started off doing what I really wanted to do, and I started the business. You run the business and you have to be everything for it. And then you kind of move further and further away from that initial kind of reason. And then you either completely fall off and you're like cool, I'm out, I'm too far away from the original purpose, or you're like, okay, I need to turn the boat around and I need to get back to why I started this thing. And then you start maybe peeling away layers, getting rid of stuff, employing people to fill in the gaps where you maybe fall short, or where you realize, okay, cool, I've taken it to this level, I can't take it any further, I need to get somebody in, and then you can start working your way back. But it's also up to you to kind of, I guess, set those boundaries in place to be able to get back to your creative expression.
Yeah.